Allow yourself to feel the spine on the earth. Allow the feet to be hip width apart. And just gently look up and see that you're in alignment, that your shoulders are in line with your hips. And then just rock a little bit side to side so that you can get your shoulder blades kind of snuggled into the earth. Allow the palms to just rest onto the earth or your belly or wherever it feels comfortable. Begin to feel into the natural curvature of the spine. Let's begin to flow into the breath. So we're going to take 2 breaths through the heart. So inhaling through the heart and then exhaling through the heart. Count to 5 or 6. Let the breath be long, please. As we use our practice to drift into a higher place of being, into a more divine love. When we start the 3rd breath, we're going to breathe in through the nose. Breathing in through the heart and exit the breath through the 3rd eye on the forehead. And we'll take a couple of breaths there. So weave the breath in through the heart and release it out through the 3rd eye as we continue to perhaps set an intention to use our practice to come to our higher state, our higher self, that more divine essence within. And then when we come to our 6th breath, we're going to breathe it in through the 3rd eye and release it out through the crown of the head. And we're going to come into a knowing that divine love or spiritual love, a higher love, is a love of oneness and a love of no judgment. As we take our next 2 breaths, we're going to breathe in through the heart, weave it through the 3rd eye and the crown, and then just weave it right back down from the crown to the 3rd eye to the heart. And we're just going to circulate the breath there for a total of 3 breaths, keeping the breath deep and rich. We're just going to allow ourselves to unfold into a higher state of being, of love. A love that has no expectation. Again, a love that has no judgment. And a love that brings us into a sense of oneness, no separation. And then allow yourself to just breathe in and out of the heart one more time. With your next in-breath, let's draw the palms to the heart. Gently tuck the chin in. And on an in-breath, sweep the arms up with the prayer hands together and then separate the palms, bring them out to the side so the backs of the hands touch the earth just outside the scope of the shoulders. And then draw them back together and exhale them back down to the heart. And just keep that motion. So we're just lifting the prayer hands up from the heart up to the sky and then just splitting them right and left, descending to the earth. And just imagine that that's a very open heart, opening up even deeper and deeper with each and every breath. And the next time that the palms come back to the heart, hold there. Take a full in-breath. And then a nice long exhale with the silent Om to just gently wash over. And again, if you choose, set an intention to try to experience a higher love than just our human love that has all of those components of judgments. Woo. Bring the arms down beside you so that the hands are resting down by the buttocks, palms on the floor. And just begin to do a series of pelvic tilts. So allow the tailbone to compress towards the earth as we arc the back. And then impress the low back into the earth and lift the tailbone. Just a few more times. Notice how the shoulder blades move as you move in this pelvic tilt. Take it slow, and as you draw the lower back to the earth, taking out that arc, engage the pelvic floor and squeeze an imaginary block. Just a couple more, and then gently release. Take and lift the right foot off the floor and use the right hand to hold the right kneecap, and then the left. Always a safe way if your back's a little bit tweaky, and gently pull the knees away, lengthening through the arms. Feel a nice stretch into the neck, pull the shoulder blades down and print the low back, and on an exhale, roll the head to the right, please. Take a full in breath and a full out breath, flowing into our nice Ujjayi breath. Bring the head back to neutral, please, and then on an exhale, roll it over to the left. Take a nice full deep in breath and an out breath. And then very, very gently bring the head back to neutral. Please keep the chin tucked. And we're just going to widen the knees with the arms away from us. Then we're going to bend into the elbows and bring the knees back and around towards the collarbone. And we're just going to do 9 half circles as we massage the back. Noticing where our tension and our tightness is. One more, and the next time that the knees are away from us and our arms are extended out, chin tucked in. Use an exhale to keep the legs together, draw the knees towards the collarbone, then open them. And circle the opposite direction. Really feeling that nice opening. And then very gently allow yourself to draw both of the knees right on top. Move your hands onto the shin bones. Try to bring the tops of the thighs right onto the rib cage and just lift the forehead up and curl into a nice ball. Draw the shoulder blades away from you and feel a nice stretch. On an exhale, gently bring the head back down. We're just going to open up into butterfly. So grab your ankles, please, and draw the knees open to each side. Again, tuck the chin into the hollow of the throat and let the heels of the feet move towards the groin as you allow the knees to gently open up. Take a full in breath, and as you exhale, roll the chin over to the right and then slightly lift the chin and breathe into that left front side of the neck. Stay broad and spacious. I'm allowing my legs to move a little bit right and left, my knees. You can tuck the chin more so in towards the collarbone to change up the stretch into the front of the left neck. And then use an in-breath to bring the head back to neutral. Please keep the chin tucked. And then roll on an exhale the head over to the left, please, and tuck the chin in towards the shoulder. Really allow for a nice opening into the inner groin. Let the knees get very heavy. Use the hands to hold the ankles. Lift the chin slightly, even though the head is still over to the left, and open up into a little bit deeper stretch into the right side of the neck. And then bring the head to a safe position and back to neutral. And then draw the heels towards you, wrap the arms around the outside of the legs and come right into full happy baby. Holding however you would like with your happy baby. You can just wrap your upper arms around the outer legs. You can bring the arms inside and reach out behind the ankles. Or you can just hold from the inside and keep your fingers in the arches. Just rock a little bit side to side and notice where your tension is, your tightness, and use a nice long exhale to soften. Maybe bring your feet more so towards by your head, but widen them out a little bit. Pull your shoulder blades down and breathe a little bit into the hamstrings. One more full deep breath here. And then very, very gently release. And we're going to bring the right foot down and bring the left ankle right on top of that left right thigh. Use the left hand to press that inner left thigh away and take a stretch into that left hip crease. And then use an exhale to come right into pigeon. We'll just really open the hips and soften into the back before we come into our practice today. So take a full deep in breath and out breath. You can always extend the right leg up and grab the ankle if the flexibility is there. And you can also press into a plow, would be a little bit more challenging in bringing the low back up off the earth. So I invite you to always use whatever modification works best for you. It's all about right now just getting ready for our practice. We're going to very gently bring the right foot down and then the left. And we're going to heel toe the feet all the way out to the edges of the mat as far as you can, but let the feet be 90 degrees forward. Make sure the chin is tucked in, and we're just going to drop the right knee down the left edge of the mat. Keep the left knee straight up to the sky. And just press it down a little bit, coming into that inner edge of the right foot. And notice the stretch, and if there is one there, is there any tightness? Bring it back up, and then use an exhale to touch again the same right inner knee towards the earth. One more time, bring the right knee up, and then compress it down towards the earth. I'm really flexing into my foot to protect the knee. Bring the right knee up, and now we're just going to compress that left inner knee down towards the floor. And then bring it back up. And again, just bring that left inner knee down. Take a nice deep stretch. Notice if you feel any tension or tightness, bring the left knee back up. And again, just bring that left inner knee back down. Working into the inner outer thigh muscles. Bring it back up. And we're going to heel toe the feet back into hip width apart and just do one pelvic tilt. And just notice if it's feeling any better on the back side. And then we're going to bring the right ankle to the left upper thigh, please. Allow yourself to use the right hand to press the right knee away. And just find any opening into that right hip crease. Keeping the chin tucked in so that you keep the cervical spine in a nice place. And then we're just going to draw the left knee into the chest. You can take and just hug, wrap your right arm around that outer right hip. You can bring your right arm in between the hole. You can hold on to the shin bone with both hands, or you can bring the hands in front and then grab the ankle and draw the leg more so towards you. Or again, you can lift up into a little bit of a cloud, bringing the low back up off the earth and soften into that. 4 different ways that you can hold that. But take deep breaths and feel the opening. And then we're just going to very, very gently bring that left foot down and the right. And again, we're just going to heel toe out to the edges of the mat. Last one here on our backs. Let the knees lift naturally like they would, even though the feet are wider. And the feet are 90 degrees coming forward. Bring the arms out to a T, please. Lift the shoulder blades up off the earth and then bring them back down. Tuck the chin in. And we're just going to windshield wipe the knees left and right. Nice and slow. Flex into the feet to protect, to engage the ligaments that protect the knee. And just take them side to side, just windshield wiper. Take a moment and press the outer edges of the knees or the inner to the floor. Just a few more times, really opening up deep, nice opening into legs, low back. And then bring them back upright, heel toe them back in. And let's go ahead and lengthen the left leg out, bring the right leg up to the sky. Use both hands to hold the right leg. You can also bend into the left knee if you need to bring that foot to the floor. Allow yourself to begin to let the hands get very heavy, the arms heavy, so that you feel a stretch into that right leg. Maybe lift your head, maybe hover the left leg, or just keep the left foot on the floor. And take a couple of nice deep breaths. Head doesn't even have to come up off the floor. And then draw the left knee into the chest, the right knee into the chest, hug them in, release the back again, and bring the right foot to the floor, knee bend, or lengthen it out. Lift that left leg up to the sky. Use both hands to frame it, please. You can hover that right leg. You can keep that knee bent. You can rise the head up or not. Nice deep breaths as we open up into the back of the hamstrings with a soft left knee. And then draw the right knee into your chest. Release the hands off of the left leg. Draw both knees into the chest. Grab the back of the hamstrings and just roll up to the sitting bones. Oh, nice. And come into easy Sukhasana or butterfly legs, however you would like. Allow yourself, please, maybe you'll bring the front foot up on top, maybe not. We're just gonna bring the palms right onto the knees, tall spine. On an exhale, chin to chest, so just round through the back ribs, draw in the belly, look at the navel. On an in-breath, come forward, pull the shoulder blades back and find a cat-cow spine in and out. Just opening up. Another couple, just feeling that nice flexion extension. As you come forward, see if you can connect back to that heart as we try to stay in that nice love flow. And then come all the way upright. And we're just going to switch the feet if you're in Sukhasana or easy cross-legged sitting pose, maybe other foot up on top. And again, just bring the palms onto the knees, or if you're in butterfly, and we're just going to roll, nice circle. So again, a cat-cow, but more in a circular motion. Coming forward, one more this way, please. And as you come forward, let's go the other way. Didn't matter which way you went. Just a nice, full, deep opening here. Two more. And then allow yourself to very gently lift upright. We're going to bring the fingertips out to the side. Make sure your shoulders are on top of your hips. And we're just going to glide over to the right and to the left. One more time, each side, deep stretch. And we're going to take it over to the right. We're going to plug in the shoulder blades, and we're going to bring the left hand to the back of the head. And if it feels safe, look up at the ceiling. Make sure shoulder blades are plugged down and reach from the elbow all the way to the sitting bones. On an in-breath, sweep the left arm up, take it all the way over to the left, and stretch over to the left. Bring the right hand to the back of the head. And on an in-breath, look up, but only if that's appropriate for you. Really try to reach from the elbow. Feel the stretch from the elbow all the way down to the sides of the sitting bone on that right hip. And then on an in-breath, bring the right arm up. Now let's just gently come into cactus arms. Take a full in-breath, and on the exhale, bring the inner arms together. Take a full in-breath, and as you exhale, skim the elbows by the rib cage. Let the forearms come down, hovering just above the thighs. Take a full in-breath, and as you exhale, right ear, right shoulder. And on an in-breath, crown of the head to the sky. On an exhale, over to the left. Gently bring the head all the way back up to neutral. And from there, allow yourself to just stretch over that right knee, please. Take one more full deep breath there. And then we're just going to take it right to the center. So adjust your hands. It might be that you're right here, might be your best stretch. You can use your exhales to maybe descend further. Use the heels of the palm to press the lower spine back and down towards the tailbone. And then slowly take it all the way over to the left and take a nice deep stretch so that we're opening up the very bottom right half of the sacral spine, the SI joint, the right SI joint. And then very, very gently walk it back to the center and all the way back upright. Please, let's extend the legs out and give them a really nice shake. From there, we're just going to bring the left foot inside the right leg. Lift up nice and tall. Bring the sternum towards the kneecap. And on an exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, fold. Take a full in breath, please. And a full out breath. On an in breath, gently rise all the way back up. And on the exhale, take right hand to left knee and take a twist. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. On the in breath, come all the way back forward. And let's bring that left leg out. Give it a nice shake. And bring the right leg in. Janu Shirshasana. Lift up really nice and tall. Notice that I have my toes flayed. Take a full in breath, turning sternum towards left kneecap. And on an exhale, fold forward. It might be that you're here, wherever it is for you. Then use an in breath to stretch through the entire back ribs, lifting upper torso from the extended left leg, and then fold back forward. Again, rise up. Feel the nice stretch. Try to find the stretch through that lumbar spine. And exhale, draw it down. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Really find the stretch. I'm drawing my right shoulder towards the right and really trying to stretch through that entire half of the right back rib wall. On an in breath, rise up, please. And on the exhale, left hand, right knee. Take a nice twist. Take a full in breath, please, and a full out breath. On the in breath, gently come forward. And let's just take that right foot and bring it over the left. Some of you will bring your left heel back, some of you will not. Lift up really nice and tall, please. And then on an exhale, we're just going to roll towards that inner thigh, taking our deep twist. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Again, a full in breath, engaging core muscles. We want to detox all of those organs, draw circulation into the digestive organs. On an in breath, come forward and take your counter twist. Draw the shoulder blades down. Try to find an opening. I can feel a nice stretch right at the top of my sacral spine. On an in breath, come forward, and we're just going to lengthen the legs back out, give them a nice shake, and we're going to switch. So right leg over left, bring your left heel back, or keep that leg extended out. Lift up nice and tall, and again, we're just going to roll the belly right into that inner thigh, taking that nice deep twist. Some of you will bring your arms in front of that thigh, some not. Again, nice detox of the organs. Always feel free to do a nice yes or move your neck when we're in the twists. One more breath here, please. And use a nice in-breath to rotate and take your counter twist. One more full deep breath here, please. And then very, very gently allow yourself to come forward. And we're just going to take and open the legs really nice and wide. We're going to rock a little bit side to side. Here, try to find the back of the ankle, the Achilles tendon. So really press that heel and draw the toes towards the shin bone. And then switch. And again, switch. And switch. Just find that nice stretch. I'm really lifting the buttock of the extended leg off the floor. I'm feeling a nice stretch on the back side of the knee. And then gently draw it up. Pull the toes back and flex. Maybe lift the heels up off the floor. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Relax the heels down. If you need and you have back issues, bend your knees and then very gently come forward. Just take a couple of breaths here. If it feels safe, you can press the back of the knee creases to the earth. Take a full in breath, and as you exhale, point into the toes. And see if you can come forward a little bit more. Notice what muscles you engage and disengage, and then slowly walk it back upright. And let's very gently bring the legs back together and give them a nice shake. Coming right into tabletop now. And just a couple of cat-cows. You can add a rock to one of them if you want. Good, and then we're all gonna come down into child's pose. We're gonna sweep the arms all the way back and just kind of come into a nice tuck. Allow yourself to draw the thumbs into the palm. Wrap the fingers around and draw the knuckles towards your ears, and then flatten the hands back out so that the back of the hands and the fingers are spread on top of the mat. And then curl the thumb in. Just a few more of those, working into the wrist. Press the tops of the feet into the earth. And then engage the core muscles, and on an in-breath, sweep the arms forward, shoulder width apart. On an in-breath, sweep all the way forward and bring your hips forward. On an exhale, sweep it back. Take and sweep over to the right, doing ovals with the body so that we now get into all of the joints. One more, please. And then where it feels safe, switch and go the opposite direction, 4 rotations. Just really allowing yourself to work into knees, into those inner wrists, into the shoulders, into the elbows, ankles, and then come all the way forward, and again, take it all the way back into child. One more time, all the way forward, inhale, and exhale, tuck the toes right into down dog. And let's come into a nice runner stretch, please. Maybe all 10 toes lifting up, both heels coming down. And then maybe lift right foot and roll to the left foot, noticing where there's any tightness into that left foot, and switch and go to the right. And then bring the feet together, please. And you can also do this in tabletop. Take and lift the right leg to the sky and stack the hip. Just do a nice circle and take it the other way. Bring right foot or right knee, feet together. If you're on your knees, hip width apart, we'll lift the left leg up to the sky, flex the foot, and then stack the hip so that we're really opening up. And then you can draw a circle with that knee. And then bring it back down. You can come into tabletop, or you can lift the right leg all the way to the side. Bring that right foot all the way forward, low lunge. And then left to right, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, please. Grab opposite elbows. Allow the crown of the head to come to the floor. You might notice that I sometimes lift my head when I'm doing this, and it's just so I can facilitate the mic. Take one more full deep breath here. Rock a little bit to the right and a little bit to the left. Notice how the hamstrings feel. What about the calves? Where's your tightness? And then just allow yourself to draw your hands to your hips, draw the elbows towards each other, shoulder blades down the back, engage the legs from the feet all the way up. Squeeze the tush, engage navel to spine, and with a flat back, rise all the way up. Bring the arms down beside you and roll the shoulders back 2 times, please. And then roll them all the way forward. From there, creep the arms out to the side, all the way up. And on an exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Bring it all the way up, palms to touch. And exhale down to the heart. Allow yourself to draw the prayer hands forward. We've not done this before, I don't think, or maybe a long time ago. And we're just going to stack the left palm on top of the right. We're going to soften into the knees slightly, and we're going to take that top arm all the way around and back, and just touch it and bring the left arm. A couple more times, just really stretching and opening. as we bring that upper torso. And then we're going to bring it all the way back up and exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step right foot back. Pivot onto the heel. Inhale, warrior one. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Take a full in breath and on the exhale, come all the way down. Find your low lunge. Allow yourself to walk the right toes back and come down onto the right knee. Bring both palms up onto the thigh, one at a time or both. And we're just going to take and stretch right arm across the body as we use the left to take a nice deep stretch through that right shoulder. One more breath here, please. And then we're going to take and switch and bring the right palm back behind to the spine or the left shoulder blade and bring that left hand on top of the right elbow. We're just going to really allow ourselves to open up, be mindful of your low back. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. One more full deep breath, please. And on an exhale, swan dive down. Tuck the right toes under, low lunge. On an in breath, sweep that left arm all the way up to the sky. Full in breath, pull that left hip out. Full out breath. Take a full in breath and on the exhale, bring it all the way back down. We're going to pivot onto the right heel and rainbow up warrior two. Allow yourself to set up into it. Take a full in breath, please, and a full out breath. Hug the feet towards each other. Full in breath and on the exhale, evolve warrior two. Good. Draw it all the way forward, warrior two, please. And elbow to thigh. Allow yourself, please, to bring the back of the right hand to your low back and just lift that right shoulder up and back. Hug the feet towards each other energetically and broaden through the collarbone from shoulder to shoulder. One more full deep breath. On an in breath, rise up, straighten the front leg. And we're just going to reach and come into our version of triangle. Whatever it is, you can use your exhales to lower the hand. The bottom hand should be compressed so that you can traction and open as you lift that right hip, right shoulder. Eyes to the sky, eyes to the floor, whatever feels best. Soften into the knee and on an in breath, rise up, take it all the way back, evolved, triangle. On an in breath, come forward, soften into the front knee and cartwheel all the way forward. Step left foot back, come into your plank. 15 seconds, you can come down onto your forearms and do dolphin plank. You can also come all the way down onto your belly and just hold cobra position. We are almost there. Nice deep breaths. Pull the shoulder blades down. Engage the legs. Just feel that beautiful internal hug. And then knees come down. You can chin chest. You can come right into child's pose. Or you can take the elbows, keep them into the rib cage, come all the way down. Draw the elbows straight back, lift the right leg, anchor it down, and then the left, creating that beautiful space between the hip creases and the floating ribs. On an in breath, rise up, cobra pose, baby cobra. Exhale down. Keep legs anchored again, cobra, and bring it down. And it can be baby cobra for all of these. Two more. Just really working in, keeping the shoulder blades down, rising all the way back up, and gently take it back down. Interlacing the fingers back behind you, or you can bring the palms onto the floor. Allow yourself, please, on an exhale to rise up. Full deep breaths. You'll notice that I don't usually interlace my fingers into one fist. I have tight shoulders. So I get more of an opening if I keep my arms wide. What's best for you? Allow yourself to lift those thighs, play into the toes. You can also just lift the upper torso if your back is really tweaky. And then on an exhale, palms beside the rib cage. Press all the way back into child's pose. Rock the body to the right. Do 2 ovals. Really keeping everything nice and loose today. 2 ovals the other way. Ooh, just open up. Nice deep breaths. Good, and then allow yourself to come into tabletop or down dog, your choice. Take a full in breath. And raise the right leg to the sky. Bring the right foot, oh, no, it's the left foot forward, excuse me. Bring the left foot forward. Nice, pivot onto the back heel. No, I did that wrong. Guys, I'm so sorry. We need to switch legs. So left leg is back, right is forward. Pivot onto the back heel. Inhale, warrior 1. I am so sorry. Bend through the elbows. Oh, really open up through that front chest. Lengthen through that left leg. On an in-breath, rise up. Exhale, swan dive down. Find your low lunge. Good, pull that right hip straight back, and on an in-breath, spin the right arm to the sky. Good, breathe. Full deep breaths. One more. And on an exhale, bring it down. We're gonna pivot onto that left heel. If you need a modification, bring your right hand to your right side. Keep the right hip back and rainbow up, warrior 2. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Just working into where it's just right for you. On an exhale, take it back into evolved, warrior 2. I sometimes like to bind that back arm to protect my back and just use it to draw the fascia down towards the tailbone, deep stretch. On an in-breath, bring it forward, straighten the front knee, and lengthen into your version of triangle. Just feel that nice opening. Breathe into it. Looking up, looking down, whatever works best for you. And then softening into the front knee, draw it all the way back up, and take it back into evolved triangle. Nice deep stretch. On an in-breath, bring arms out, soften into warrior 2, and cartwheel all the way forward. From there, allow yourself to step left foot to right, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Bring it all the way up, palms to touch. On an exhale, prayer twist to the right. Good, and breathe. You can just hold here, engaging, but feel the length of the spine. Pull the shoulder blades down. You can take and bring your left forearm along your right outer thigh, right into the sky. You can also split the hands, or you can always just stay right here. It's all good. This is a nice traction to really open up that back. On an in-breath, rise up, please. And on the exhale, take it all the way over to the left. Take your time. It's all about filling in to how the stretch can facilitate a nice opening to the body. Loving yourself, nurturing and nourishing, palms together, and on an in-breath, rise all the way up. And exhale, swan dive down. Hands onto the shin bones. Inhale, lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Bring it all the way up, palms to touch. Please exhale down the heart. Take a full in breath and a full out breath.
One more full deep breath here. We're going to transition into tree pose. And from tree pose into crane pose. But you can stay in tree. So shift onto your left foot, please. Right foot, it can just be right out to the side. Between the knee and the ankle, or all the way up. Pressing that right sole of the foot into the inner thigh, lifting up into the standing leg. Maybe moving arms, maybe not. Just breathe into it. If it feels pretty steady, you can take and bring your left arm forward and rotate towards that right knee. Just be with whatever presents itself. Use the foot inside the inner thigh to stabilize. Woo! And then come right into crane pose. Or not, you can stay in tree as well. Good, curl. Let's make a fist and just roll the wrists. And the other way, and let's roll that right ankle. If you don't have it, you can also have it on the floor. If you don't have it on the floor, just roll it the other way, open up the fingers. Good. On an in-breath, bring the palms together up above the head. And on an exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Interlace the fingers back behind. Make one fist. And just take a couple of breaths as you open up into the arms and shoulders. You can do a nice big circle with the head one direction very slowly, and then the other. Very, very gently release the arms down, soften into the knees, and reverse swan dive. Bring it up with the back of the hands together. Level out to the crown of the head. Reach through the fingertips, squeeze the pinky fingers together, and maybe lift up on all 10 toes. On an exhale, bring the heels down and the palms together at the heart. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. We're going to switch sides. So as you, and maybe you need to take a little bit of a heart opener. If you need, take a squat in between. I want you to make sure you take care of yourself. You can just step out, come into a really quick squat, release that back. I'm just moving and rolling through that sacral spine and then rolling back up, and we'll switch sides. So allow yourself to bring left foot wherever it is best for you on that inner right leg. Take your time and settle into it. Find that beautiful focal point called drishti. Begin to lengthen into the standing leg as you press the foot into that inner thigh, lifting up through the spine all the way to the crown of the head. Maybe moving, maybe not moving. You decide. One side might be easier than the other. Just breathe into it, be with whatever is there. And then maybe transition into crane pose. Woo! Now let's flatten the palms like they're right in between on a door frame. Draw the navel in. And let's roll that ankle. Other way. Good, and then bring the fingertips straight out. On an in-breath, bring the palms together. And on an exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step right foot back, left foot back, down onto the knees. Bring the feet to the other side and come down on that opposite hip. Lengthen the legs out. Give them a nice shake. Good. Soften into the knees. On an in-breath, rise the arms up to the sky. Bring the chin to the chest, navel to spine. Look at the navel and just slowly glide all the way down to the earth. Please bend into the right knee and the left knee. Feel the arc of the back. Draw the right knee into the chest and the left to gently release. Rock a little bit side to side. And then allow right foot to come down, left foot come down. Feet are hip width apart, please.
Walk the heels back towards the tush. Nothing underneath the head, please. Chin towards the collarbones, hollow of the throat. And on the in-breath, rise the back and the arms all the way up. And on the exhale, bring them all the way back down. 4 more, just a nice moving bridge. Keep the face soft, please. You can roll through the spine or you can bring it in one length. Squeezing the tush as you rise all the way up, feel the stretch from the knees to the hip points. Last one, and we're just gonna hold. Keep the back of the hands onto the earth. Feel the back of the head and the upper shoulders on the earth. Squeeze the tush. Squeeze an imaginary block if that feels good for you. You can be more passive if you need. One more breath. On your next in-breath, bring the arms up, please. And rotate the palms towards each other and take the edges of the shoulders off the floor. As you exhale, bring the edges of the shoulders back down. Turn the palms forward towards your knees. And on an exhale, bring everything down. That works those back muscles a little bit. Now, 3 times a nice pelvic tilt, please. And I'm going to give some options here. If you would like, you can come into shoulder stand and plow. If you choose not to do that, heel toe the feet together and cross the right leg over the left. And then hook the knees into the chest. So you're coming into shoulder stand. If you can, begin to bring the feet out to the side. If you cross one leg over the other. And just find a nice hip opener. And it might be that you can only hold on to one foot. And maybe you lengthen that other leg out, but just stacking the knees the best that you can. Make sure that while you're in your shoulder stand, you can move or not move. You can continue to walk your hands all the way up that low back. Or not. You can come into a nice shoulder stand. So your legs would be more forward over your head with your hands on your very low back, even down onto the buttock. Take 9 easy breaths. There's absolutely no tension when I'm in my half shoulder stand. There is absolutely no tension on my neck whatsoever. The weight is being held by the upper shoulders. And then just to come into your plow from your calf shoulder stand, you just allow the legs to come down. You can even keep the knees bent. That is a nice stretch for the back, the low back. You can also do that with a little bit of a block or a pillow underneath your back. For those of you who are stretching out your hips, take and cross left leg over right and switch sides. For those of you in plow, don't forget that you can also come into a nice deep compression. Just continue to take nice deep breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Find a nice gentle way to come out. You can always bend your knees and slowly use your palms to help you bring that spine down nice and gentle. You can bring one leg down at a time. For those of you who are stretching the hips, allow yourself, please, to unwind and lengthen the legs out. Everybody tuck your chin under the, into the hollow of your throat and press up onto your forearms. Bring your thumbs behind your buttocks with the other 4 fingers out to the side. Point into your toes. Squeeze the legs together. Walk the elbows in, please. Allow yourself to press and lengthen the spine as long as you can. And then just tuck the heart. And it's okay to just stay right here. If you get a toe cramp, just undo the pointed toes. And it can come back or not. Your choice into our fish pose. One more full deep breath. Held in the arms of love, such sweetness and so needed in this time. Flatten out the back of the head onto the earth. Please do not lift that head up at one elbow out and then the other. And very gently, let's bring the left knee into the chest first and then the right. Give them a big hug. Bring forehead up if you need, and then I would ask that you transition into what kind of a twist you would like to take on the right side. So you can cross one leg over the other, left over right. You can even switch and do right over left, which is a different, what works best for you, or you can just bring both knees over to the side. If you want to try to keep both shoulder blades down and roll the head to the left. Maybe you want to move into that left arm, maybe not. Just allow the sweet tendrils of the breath to soothe you. Maybe you find a movement with that breath, maybe you don't. But allow the tendrils of the breath to just move and open up wherever there's any blockages. Just feel the sweetness of the practice. The practice is to nourish all the parts of our being, the body, the mind, the emotions, all wrapped up into that inner divine essence. Please bring head to neutral, arms to a safe place. Engage enough core that you can draw the knees back up and switch sides. I invite you to take the same twist on the other side if that's appropriate. Sometimes I like to stack my palms on top of each other above my head and just work into those shoulders. Find what works for you, what feels best in this moment, really allowing yourself to release, to decompress, to leave this earthly realm and just come into a nice place of tranquility and ease. Nurturing and soothing and restoring and renewing. We all need that, especially in these times. Allow the head to come back to a neutral space, adjust the arms. Engage enough core that you can draw the knees back in. And I invite you to do whatever else you might need to do before we come into Shavasana. You can take your legs up the couch, do a nice legs up the wall, couch, chair, whatever feels appropriate for you. You can bring blocks underneath the shoulder blades. Just allow yourself to begin to lengthen out. Feel the softness into the eyes as you close the eyelids. And imagine a warmth just descend from the eyelids, soothing the eyes, letting the eyes drop back into the hollow of the eye socket and feel the warmth. Continue to just descend down into the brain matter, really soothing and nourishing. Feel all of the back parts receiving the earth and just surrender. Allow yourself to take a full in breath. Just hold it in a pause. Bring in a sense of joyous love. And then take a nice long exhale through the mouth and release that joyous love out. Feel a softening through the upper torso as you allow the breath to find its own natural rhythm. Unless you sense that you need one more full deep breath to release any remaining tension or tightness. Allow the lower torso now to relax down into the earth. Allow the toes to roll out to the side. Just begin to receive a stream of love. Breathing it in and out. Know that love is within you. You have the power to fire it, to stroke it, to expand its energy throughout the body, into the emotional body, and into the mental body, all of the parts of your being. So release all the clenching and the tightening. Those are all the limits, the life force that you have within you
that limits. So release it, let it go, relax. Relax your arms, your legs, your neck, and your body. Just continue to allow the breath to stream. Imagine it moving through the muscles, through the blood vessels, through all the lymph fluid, through the bones even. Just this beautiful sense of love streaming throughout the physicality, through the organs, through the brain. And then just take a moment and picture a core of light within you. See it down in the solar plexus, just inches below the navel, and picture it as a glowing candle or a flame. And with each gentle breath that you take, picture the flame getting stronger, glowing more brightly until you feel the vital life force of love to surge through you. Feel that divine light lift you. Feel yourself being lifted, filled with the healing, life-giving energy of spirit with each breath. Feel that light, feel that love, and just drop into it for just another breath or two. And then begin to deepen the breath. So much so that you begin to feel that vitality flowing through, but still streaming with the strong force of that divine love. And then maybe draw the knees into the chest or lengthen the arms out overhead. Maybe you just want to wiggle fingers and toes first. Just begin to move. Feel that aliveness. Feel this new moment, this glorious new day. In your own time, roll over to one side. Just hug this most magnificent being, reminding yourself that you are nothing but that divine love and light. And then roll it up to the sitting bones. Draw the palm to the heart. Let's take a full in breath and release it out nice and slow through the mouth, as though it is a silent OM, just misting. And know that the heart will lead the way, not just to love, but to that divine light and love within. Let it surround you gently like a beautiful invisible cape until we meet again in love and light. Namaste.